welcome back to another exciting episode of the Digital Roundcast Roundcast, the Digital Roundcast.
Bro, you should have just fucking gone with it, man.
The Digital Roundtable podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I am your host, NabeelSteel, and I am joined by...
Brink
And Saboo.
Oh,
Right.
well, we got some interesting topics this week.
Yeah, I hate coffee, and I just had a big cup of it, and I'm fucking wired.
Dude, I'm on my second cup.
Ready
It's
to
not...
go. But you drink coffee. I don't. Like, right now, like, I want to get up and just fucking run around the block and come back and be like, all right.
This is my first cup of coffee today.
Good, you need to wake up, son, because I am wired. I am ready to go. It's 9 o'clock at night, and I feel like it's 3 in the afternoon. Let's do this shit.
Yeah. Let's go get chocolate wasted.
All right.
Kill in the moment.
Fucking out.
Kill in the moment.
I want to get drunk.
So...
Let's get this ball rolling.
Yeah, let's get the ball rolling.
Rolling.
First of all, we
And
apologize for the last video being up really, really late. We had some issues with the upload in general. We got matched for third-party content on YouTube. If you don't know what that means, it's actually a bad thing.
What it means is the man didn't like the way we were doing it, and the man tried to keep us down. But you know what I say? You know what I say to the man? That's cool, man. But now we know not to do that.
I know.
All right.
Seriously.
Fight the power to an extent.
So yeah, because we're partnered, but we're not partnered within a network, so technically we can't do that stuff right now until eventually maybe we can get with a network.
Stare at our
Hopefully.
wonderful picture. Our wonderful picture of all three
So
of us.
all you guys get right now is the picture to stare at.
You know what you should do?
What?
Just for like 5 minutes, put up a picture of a sloth.
Right?
Just a sloth. Just
And then someone's gonna come and like tag that as copyright.
Yeah. Oh fuck. All right. You know what we'll do?
I took this.
We'll put. You know what we'll do? We'll put my Facebook picture up there. And me like smiling really big, like.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
And have it zoom in
Stare at me for a
slow,
while.
and then have it zoom out.
Don't do that. Fuck, people start talking shit.
But yeah, we apologize for that. It took some time to take that video down so that we didn't get in trouble and re-upload another one. And it didn't help that we were really busy anyways that week.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, now hopefully we're gonna try and keep to our schedule and make these things as frequent as possible.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start it up. What have we been up to this week, gentlemen? Starting with you, Brink.
With me, Brink. I got surprised by my friend June, and she.
Hi, June.
Yeah. She gifted me a freaking copy of Far Cry 3.
Oh, that's so
Sweet.
Nice of
I
her.
was just.
Sweet.
It took me by surprise. Now I feel bad because I don't have money to fucking pay her back. So.
Hey. Pay her back in kindness.
Yes.
And nurturing.
I already do that.
Well,
okay?
then, fuck. She should be happy.
I know.
Of course she is because she gave you Far Cry 3.
All
She's
right.
cool enough to understand.
Anyways,
Hey, she
I've
just
been
did it
playing
because she wanted to be a cool
Now
person.
she's rich in the heart.
Yeah.
I'm still poor in my pockets.
That was good.
That was good. I'll give you
was
that.
good.
I'll give you that one.
All right.
Anyways, been playing Far Cry 3.
He's on his
It
shit
is. It is
Yeah,
an
right.
amazing game so far. The pirates are stupid as
pirata.
shit. Voss is crazy motherfucker, like everyone's depicted. And he so
Yeah.
far is my favorite character.
By the way, never mind.
Jason.
I think they said that the guy who voiced him like looks a lot like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what I heard. And like when people see him now on the street, they're like, "Oh shit!"
Don't fuck with
guy's
that crazy
fucking crazy.
motherfucker. He'll look at you and he's like, "Hey, look at me. You're my bitch." That's what he says in the game.
Nice.
Anyways, Jason Brody is the most annoying fucking main character I've ever played as because he's a whiny little fucking teenage bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And he slowly matures over the while by killing people.
And becomes John Rambo.
There's a point in the game where he actually.
Hold on.
There's a point in the game.
Does he make if he does turn into John Rambo? Does he make a man out of into soup?
No, he has not done that. He
Does
has
anyone-
burned an entire wheat field, though.
No. Oh. But that's
Yeah, he
been
did.
done. It's been done.
Okay, he was going through a cave looking for a mushroom and got high off poisonous mushrooms that were actually extruding gas. I was like, what the fuck kind of thing is
It's
this?
been done.
Where
Alright.
he got
I'm
a
not trying to be a
contact-
dick.
Where he
I
got
know,
a contact
it's like-
knife?
No, but
The Trollcast.
hold on. What the fuck? I was gonna say something. You guys fucking interrupted me. That's not helping. Whatever you're doing right now, you little hands.
Just trying to massage your brain.
Oh.
From
Fuck!
outside.
No, keep going. I'll remember. Go.
Base-
Oh. Because if we remember, in the last Rambo movie, he was in the fucking machine gun. He turned the machine gun and the guy turned into fucking soup.
Yeah, dude.
Haven't done that yet.
10 pieces with 3 bullets. I don't know how he did it, but he fucking did it, man.
Fucking did it.
Or the fucking part where he fucking shot the guy with the arrow and it had so much force that the arrow went, like, it pierced the guy, right? And then the fucking arrow hit a car or like a truck, and then the arrow broke.
Yeah.
Like, it hit the fucking car, it broke. And he was like, shit.
That guy was like, worst day ever.
Right? That must be fucking embarrassing, like, to know that some guy shot you so hard with an arrow that the fucking thing snapped after it hit something. After it went through you.
Nerf Rambo. Nerf Rambo.
Nerf Rambo.
Rambo too strong.
Anyways.
Too strong.
Yeah.
He
That's a new
basically-
thing. I've seen that.
Too strong.
He basically matures over the time by killing people, and to the point where he kind of gets psychologically crazy. He's like, I just feel so empowered by killing people, and the friends he's fucking helping are like, whoa, bro, calm down.
Essentially, he becomes druggy and starts believing that he's John Rambo.
Ah.
And
I don't know.
unfortunately
That's
for
true.
everybody
I haven't
else,
gotten that far.
they die.
Yeah.
But,
That is not a spoiler alert, by the way. That's just what we think.
And the game is very pretty. It is very
Yes,
pretty. So
it
when
is.
you go
Yeah,
swimming
I
in the
agree.
ocean and you get bit by a shark and scream your ass off, you'll be like, wow, look at the detail on that shark. And then you shank the motherfucking shark because he fucked with the wrong person.
I don't know.
And then you skin him
So is that all you've been
and
playing
make him
this
into
week?
a wallet.
Yeah, that's like that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
Make a shark wallet.
Is that all you've been playing there, pal?
Yep.
Okay. Is it me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Dead Saboo.
Moving on to
Aha!
Saboo.
So I got an email from Blizzard. They're like, "Come on back to World of Warcraft, man."
I got that same one.
I
I
was
got
like-
that same one.
All right, cool. I guess. So I logged on today actually, and then like I accepted the new daily quest, and I was like, I remember why I quit now. I'll take it.
Exactly.
But
I
mostly I've been
remember.
playing League of Legends, mostly because I'm excited about the new character coming out, Zach.
Oh, the fucking
The fucking
amoeba or whatever?
No, he's like a fucking science project or something. Science project gone wrong, or no, what was it called? Special weapon gone wrong or something. Pretty much his backstory is that the military in League of Legends created a fucking weapon, and he got out somehow. And now, like, if you read like his backstory, they're like, there's like these like forms or like these documents that released, right? And they're like, yeah. Fire everyone, compensate them for the work, and then make them sign some shit that this never happened. And the target is now shoot on sight, and like this and that. Anyways, the reason I'm excited for him, because to me it seems like he's the ultimate like fuck you character, because he has his passive. I'll get to his passive last because it's the bullshit part.
Okay.
He's like, if Flubber had a big brother, like that's him.
No way.
I don't remember all of his abilities by memory, but I know he has one ability that if you hit anyone with any ability, they drop like little globlets of health, so you can keep regenerating health by hitting them. Right?
What the fuck?
No, here's the Flubber part. Right? His ult is that anyone around him gets pushed back and stunned, and he bounces into the air and comes down and bounces 3 times and does damage every time he bounces. Right? Bullshit. Here's the super bullshit part.
Okay.
Anyone knows, if you ever play mid, who's the worst character to go mid against? Because they're annoying, not because they're hard. Anivia. Because they're stupid little fucking egg, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if that egg split into 4 parts? That's his ult. I mean, his
And
passive.
If any
What?
part lives, he gets away.
If any part lives,
So it splits into 4
Wow.
parts, right? And it's like north, south, east, west, right? And you have to kill all 4 parts before they come together. And depending on how many parts come together, that's how much health he's gonna have when he
That's
comes back.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious because if you have a slow auto attack, you're fucked.
Yeah,
I know.
So if it's
He's
somebody
always
that,
gonna come back.
if it's somebody that like nukes somebody, you're like nuke. Oh fuck! I gotta get away now.
no
Like,
shit, right? Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super
Oh,
stoked
ultimate
for him.
LeBlanc counter.
Yeah, pretty much,
No
dude.
way.
I don't know. That dude looks fucking crazy. I really want to play him though. That's why I've been playing League again, because this is the first character that's come out where I'm actually excited to play the character.
Yeah.
Number 1, he looks cool as shit. Number 2, his fucking abilities are bullshit. And number 3, he just looks fun. Like, he just looks fun to play.
My old friends who used to play World of Warcraft, and they're all waiting. They got me into Guild Wars 2, and then they quit that because they're like, this game's boring now. And I was like, you son
they
of a
finally quit?
bitches! No, they quit a while ago.
Okay.
They quit before me, and I'm just like, where'd you guys all go? Guild's empty. And they're like, well, we quit. I was like, you son of a bitches! You hyped me up for this game!
Right? Yeah.
And now they're playing League like crack babies. I was like, I've been playing that. I don't want to play that no more. And they've been trying to get me back into it. So
It's fun, dude. I love League. League is like the one game where the longest you go without playing League is like a week, and then you're like, I want to play again.
Yeah, but sometimes it gets some retards, and you're just like, fuck this game!
That was me today. I was that retard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been in a rage flux with my last few League games, and I'm like, fuck this. I need to take a break.
Yeah, you'll be back a week.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like World of Tanks. Full of
What have you been
retards.
playing, Steve?
Yeah.
Let's see. Obviously, the time I have been available, I've been dumping into some Defiance Alpha.
Yeah.
Can't talk about that right now, but soon we'll talk about it. And yeah, I've been doing that. But anything new? Let's see. New mobile game that I've been playing
Oh, yeah.
on the Android platform. I've been playing Defender of Texel.
I've been
DOT?
playing this fishing game where you get a little reel and you go down as far as you can, and then on your way back up, you catch as many fish as you can, and then they go up in the air and you shoot them.
No way!
Yeah. I've been playing that a lot, too.
That's hilarious.
It's fucking random.
Sorry.
But anyways,
Defender of what?
Defender of Texel.
It's actually
It's
quite
like
fun.
it's like it's like a pixel based game, right? But it's like really, really cool. Well, like every game is pixel based, but like the art style is really unique. And it's got like this old school feel, like this old school RPG feel to it.
Okay.
You know, where it's like turn based RPG status,
but
but not exactly.
I'm gonna be honest here. I don't like RPGs too much, but I've been waiting for a good RPG to be released on a mobile platform.
This one's like a RPG hybrid. It's not really an RPG.
Okay.
Check this out. It's like a mixture of fucking
It reminds me of Final Fantasy.
Pokemon, Digimon, some old school Japanese RPG turn based
Reminds me of Final
weird
Fantasy
shit.
Tactics.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I play it.
Oh, did you download it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I told you to download. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. So you've played it.
Yeah.
And how like you get basically a band of like 9 creatures or champions or whatever you want to call them that all like move together, right? And you get to customize each one. There's different rarities to each of these monsters or whatever you want to call them, and you can fuse them to give it to like fuse them with another monster to give it those monsters' powers.
Dragon Ball Z.
It's really crazy.
The combat's interesting too because instead of like choosing you do lightning bolt, you do this, you do that, you slide your finger along the row of monsters you want to fight, and then they just do their own thing.
Yeah. So like you got to select 3 monsters at a time that you swipe.
9 total.
To a total of 9, so you get 3 sets of attacks, right? And it goes through those monsters 3 at a time to attack whatever that you're fighting. And that's basically the fighting mechanic. You don't have control over like the individual, like I want you to attack this guy or anything like that. You don't have that kind of control, but it's a good time sink. It's a good shitter shitter game. Like I don't know.
Good toilet game.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time in the toilet. Download this game.
Or if you just got time to waste in general and you don't want to play Plants vs Zombies anymore, like you can try out this game. It's free, completely free. It's by the makers of that tower game.
Tower Defense?
No, the hotel tower game. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. That
Yeah.
game is stupid.
Not Zynga, the guys that copied that original one. Oh, Mobij. I think Mobij is the
Mo bitch,
It's
huh?
not Mobitch.
not Mobij, not Mobij.
Oh,
It's
Is it Mobaj?
Mobag.
Mobaj? I don't know. Mobag? I don't know.
Mo bags.
One of those. That
Mo bags, mo bitches.
same developer that made the hotel tower game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's what I've been playing.
That's cool. That's cool.
Interesting topics today. Interesting topics today. Interesting topics.
Yeah.
All right, you're done. Let's go on. Moving along.
Moving along to, I guess we'll go right into our host topics section. Anybody want to volunteer first?
I'll go first.
You go first? Awesome.
Ding,
All right.
ding, ding.
So I had a lot of topics to talk about, but I'm just going to talk about my favorite one because everyone knows I like comic books, I like X-Men,
Mm-hmm.
and I love Colossus. Colossus is hands down my favorite X-Men.
Oh, dope.
A lot of people are like, oh, it's Colossus. Shut up. That's why. Colossus story is fucking awesome. That's why.
Because, shut your mouth.
Since
Yeah.
I'm not an X-Men fan, I don't know anything.
Side
Okay,
show.
so Colossus' story, depending on which line you go through, but the most common one is that he's like not from Russia. He's like from the Ukraine or something like that. He's like from I believe. I could be wrong.
Eastern Europe.
Yeah, he's from Eastern Europe. And he's like, you know, fucking, right?
Yeah.
And as he was a kid, growing up, you know, his father always like, he always had a hard time getting his father's acceptance or whatever. Okay. And then he found out he was a mutant, and he turns into like this fucking steel guy, right? And his dad's like, "Oh,
so I think of you."
Yeah. Oh. It's like, "You are no son of mine. You know, get out of here. I do not accept you." Da, da, da. And then he wandered for a while, and then Xavier found him and brought him in, and that's why he's so loyal to the X-Men, because he feels that X-Men is the only family that he really has that accept him for who he is. And then he just became a boss, you know, until Magneto came around. Magneto was like, "You're done."
Yeah, sucks for you.
But he's really cool because, like, I love him because he's always very, like, he's an overprotective big brother in X-Men. Like, he always wants to protect everyone that's, like, where. So him and Kitty, the girl that can, like.
Yeah, I know who Kitty is.
Yeah, she could, like, dissipate into shit like that. Like, she looks up to him as a big brother. He looks up to her as a little brother, right? So, big news, in my opinion, coming out, right, is that they are now hinting that Colossus is going to have a huge role in the new X-Men movie.
No way.
Ooh.
Yeah, because as we all know, in the new X-Men movie, Kitty's going to be like the main character in the movie, where she's going to be going, everyone knows, like, time traveling and stuff like that. Yeah. So she's going to be going back in time and, you know, getting everyone to help out and telling them what's going on, whatever. And then Colossus is supposed to be, like, protecting her through everything that's going on.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I saw that. It's not for sure, but I read that and I'm like, fuck yes, because we all know that Colossus only had like fucking 10 minutes in the fucking whole movie. And I'm like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then I really like.
It's really interesting.
I really like in the Ultimate X-Men, the comic book series, they made him into like a fucking steroid freak, because they were like, oh, he had the power to like make himself into metal, but he could never control it because it's too heavy for him to move. So he started taking this shit called Banshee, and it's like fucking steroids times 1,000,000. So he could fucking build the muscle to be able to move himself while he's in the fucking form. And I thought that was really cool. And then they made him gay, which is cool. I was like, wow. At first I was like, why would they make my favorite superhero gay? And then I saw what they did with the story, and I was all like, oh, cool, that's fucking pretty dope. And then like it was cool because like Nightcrawler comes up to him, and it just shows like where comic books is going now. Is like Nightcrawler comes into it, and like everyone knows Nightcrawler's story. He was like brought up in a fucking in the church and priesthood and whatever. And he's like, hey, look, like, you know, I don't accept your lifestyle, but I'm sorry, you know, we're friends nonetheless, and you know, I'll do whatever I can do to help you, because like they kidnapped his boyfriend. Yeah, and like everyone's still talking shit about him, and like there's a part where the ice guy talks shit about him, and like he breaks his arm, like he fucking shatters his arm, and he's like, what the fuck, and he's all like, I told you not to talk about him. Yeah. But it's pretty cool. I love it. I love that storyline. But yeah, I'm fucking stoked. It got me pumped up, and I just read that today. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, Colossus might have a bigger role than any other movie. Because actually a lot of forum posts, when you see about it, they were like, why did Colossus not have a bigger role? Why are we only focusing on these X-Men? Like, why did everyone complain?
It's always the mainstream X-Men though.
Yeah, but everyone, that's the crazy part, is that a lot of fans complain, like, why didn't Colossus have a bigger role? Like Colossus, because once again, Colossus is like the protector of all of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Wolverine is always looked at as like the big brother out of them, because he hates everyone, but he still goes out of his way to help them out. Yeah. But Colossus was always the guy that like never would question anything, and he would be like there to help everyone out. So everyone was like, why did Colossus not have a bigger role? Like Colossus should have had a bigger role, and this and that. And then now they're fucking hopefully giving it to us huge fans. Not only mentioning that he's my favorite.
By the way, if you haven't seen First Class, go watch it.
Yes.
It's amazing. Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I was extremely disappointed by the first 3 X-Men.
Yeah, those were shit.
Extremely disappointed. But X-Men First Class...
Not to mention the Wolverine movie.
Oh, shit. The new one looks good. The new one looks good. Yeah, the new one looks kind of good. But I was extremely disappointed by the first 3 X-Men. Like, very, very disappointed. Like, I was like, fuck, right in the childhood, right? And then the First Class, like, I'm like, there's things in the storyline that just don't make sense, but it's still a good movie. It's still a very well movie. Like, it's like Cyclops' brother was like 20 years old in the 60s.
Yeah.
So that makes like he was 40 when Cyclops was like 18. Like, I'm like, it doesn't, whatever. Or not even. He would have been like fucking what, 50 or 60 when Cyclops was a teenager in the 2000s. Like, damn, his parents got fucking, they fucking went into it. His mama was fucking reproducing at the age of like 40, 50. Anyways.
Honey, I'm bored. Let's reproduce. All right.
No, I'm just saying, like, most women can't have kids
I
after
know.
a certain age, like in the 30s. And
It's not healthy.
this bitch had a fucking kid at like 40-something.
He was a mutant. It happened. What the fuck is that?
That's actually very logical. I never thought about it like that.
Well, like, that would make the most sense. I mean, obviously, if you're reproducing a
Mutants.
mutant baby, it's going to have different properties than the human child, so I'm assuming it would survive it.
Fucking A. I'm gonna go post that in the blog, in the fucking forums. Everyone complaining about the time difference. Let's fucking remember they're mutants. Alright. So anyways.
God.
What about you, man? What was next?
You want me to go last or you want me to go next? My topic's going to be really long.
Well,
What are
all
you-
I wanted to talk
what are
about...
you doing?
I don't know. There's something in my pocket, and it won't
Just
come
leave
out.
it alone. Just leave it alone.
Just stop.
Stop because you're bugging me.
You know what? Ever since you shaved your beard, it's been something different about you.
There's
And
nothing...
I can't quite pinpoint it yet, but I don't know if I
Why?
like it.
Yeah.
My hair's taking over my brain.
What? What is that from?
The symbiotic relationship you had with
No.
the Nick beard.
There's
is
that's
gone, and
from
I don't know, like-
something. Oh, The Simpsons. Remember when he had the hair transplant?
Oh,
He
yeah.
was
Yeah.
turning into Snake. I love that shit.
Yeah, that symbiotic relationship you had with your neck beard. It's
Well,
not there
if I
anymore,
get-
so I don't know how I feel. Like,
If I get this job on Friday, this won't exist ever again until I quit that job.
it's not existent right now.
It's okay.
Word can't come back.
It's alright. Let's continue.
Anyways, basically I wanted to talk about the Heart of the Swarm.
Ah, awesome.
Because everyone's all over its nuts. But I wanted to point out some things about the story that I don't think a lot of people were kind of okay with.
Possible spoiler alerts.
Yeah.
We'll try to stay away from it, but possible.
Nah,
Go ahead.
pretty sure it's a spoiler.
Oh, I'm going to talk about the story.
Spoiler alert.
Well, before you say anything, if you look back, if we're gonna talk about the StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm story, if you look back at every Blizzard game, they are cliche as fuck. They play into the most obvious stories.
It's not
For everything.
It's not cliche as fuck. It's just Chris Metzen really likes that. Oh well, you thought this was the ultimate bad guy. Well, here's this devil character that's like 20 times greater than the person you thought
That's
was
how
the
it
main
always
bad
is
guy.
for all their games.
And you-
There's always someone.
and you're just like,
there's a
what the
puppet,
fuck?
and then there's the puppet master, the
Yeah.
person that's pulling the strings. It's in every Blizzard game.
but it makes for one epic fucking story. And
Yeah, no shit.
what I felt like they really focused on in the story that a lot of people, yes, the main point that everyone is suggesting that the story was about is fucking Kerrigan's vengeance on Minx.
Yeah.
And for the most part, yes. But I think that the main point of this entire damn story was the love between Kerrigan and Jim. And it was done in a way that was not mushy. You saved me from an alien infection. Now have sex. No, it was like they have a mutual respect for each other. They're grown-ups about it. They fight near the end because Kerrigan fucking threw away everything Jim sacrificed for her.
Yeah.
And at the end, there's just kind of this moment where they had this understanding of each other, and Jim was like, I have to let you go
Yeah.
so you can fulfill a greater destiny.
Exactly.
And-
There's the overarching storyline, or the main storyline that you're given that's right in front of your face is for people just jumping into the Star Wars universe and you don't know StarCraft universe and you don't know much about the backstory. Basically, this is going to show you, the struggles between Kerrigan and Jim Raynor, and how their relationship is very tense because of her wanting her vengeance and him wanting her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she can't choose him over the vengeance. But now the underlying storyline, which is actually the main storyline to the entire StarCraft universe, is her fulfilling the prophecy that has been laid forth that what's his name? Zeratul uncovered. And there's a part in the story where within this game where he actually meets up with her and she's like beating the shit out of him because she doesn't want anything to do with him. And he's just sitting there like, are you done? You know what I mean?
No, he face palms her. He's like, look, and
Yeah.
he just
He
palms
gives
her in
her-
the face and gives her a vision.
He
He's
gives
just
her
like,
he gives her a vision, like he gave someone else a vision, but he gives her
Rainer.
the vision of what's to come and how she has to fulfill a role within this whole big prophecy. And he basically tells her, look, I'm shunned from my people for helping you and for trying to combat this thing. They don't think it's a big deal. He's like, after the end of this, I have to go back to my people, and I'm going to explain everything that I did and face their judgment for it.
you know what? I had an argument with a friend about Zeratul existence, and
Sorry, real quick. What's funny is that we're talking about Kerrigan, and I watched the episode of The Office where Dwight showed up dressed as Kerrigan.
Seriously?
Yeah, he shows up and like he's all, and they're like, "Who are you? A Jamaican zombie?" He's all like, Carrion, Queen of Blades, or whatever her name is."
But to speak on,
That's fucking
by the way, we're spoiling the whole ending here and everything.
Yeah.
To speak on the whole main storyline.
There's another expansion after this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the Protoss
It's a cult. Oh my god. I can't-
playthrough.
Prophecy or something. I don't
So,
remember.
Legacy of the Void.
Legacy of the Void. There, I was totally off.
Close.
So, what was I gonna get to? Okay, this is going to the. Almost did it. This is going into
Good.
what we were talking about. How in this game you think the main bad guy is
Minx.
Minx,
Yeah.
right? But then that's not even the most important guy behind everything. It actually turns out to be a lab scientist that had been disguising himself as a scientist because he's a shapeshifter. He's
Dr.
actually-
Narud.
Dr. Narud is actually a puppet of Amon, which is a fallen Xel'Naga god, and which is the overall bad guy in the StarCraft storyline.
Okay, now here's the argument I was having with my friend. You know Zeratul, right? Now he had this prophecy, right? And I was going around and making sure everything goes according to plan, right?
Mhm.
It blew my mind when my friend suggested this. What if Zeratul's Amon in disguise? And he's contributing
Or if he's
to his
possessed or something.
forecoming. And he's guiding these people to be like, here, these are the paths you must take to defeat Amon when it's really going to release Amon. And I was just like sitting there like,
Wow.
dude.
That'd be nuts.
They've done it in Warcraft.
I know they... Wait, with what?
I'm trying to remember. Hold on.
I was like, wait, what?
What was it?
Yeah, you talking about like before?
Kill Jaden.
Oh,
Where you had to do the quest line, and then
Yeah,
next thing you
yeah,
know, they're
yeah.
like, "Oh shit, no, wait, we
Yeah,
fucked up."
she turns into. Or
Yeah.
yeah, I get you.
They're like, "Wait, we fucked up." Oh, too late.
oh, there's that cliche thing carrying on through each of their games. I mean, it's a good cliche because it fucking makes for an epic game, like I said before. But yeah, I wanted to point out to everyone, main story point of this entire thing was Jim and Kerrigan's relationship, and damn, it was touching and full of action.
The
and
fucking cinematics, as always,
Are fucking
were amazing. If you haven't seen it yet, Saboo, go check it out.
I
They're, they're fucking amazing.
the ending cinematic. Oh my god, I was like, oh.
No shit. Because you're like, oh yeah, and then they have the fuck. So many times in this game, I'm gonna tell you right now, they have hints of every, like they have fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger wannabe in portions of the game. I don't know if anybody caught that.
Okay, so there's a part where you control the Zerg and you have these things called Swarmlings. The upgrade thing of the Zergling where they actually spawn 3 instead of 1. So you have this fucking army and this one Marine's like, they're fucking everywhere! And the guy in the Thor's like, well then shoot everywhere!
That's exactly. They kept having moments like that. I was like, yes.
And then there was the token black guy on the prison ship. Black guy Marine, he's like, what the fuck was that noise? Shit's going down! Code Red! I was like, oh my god, Blizzard, what you done?
Of course, in the ending cinematic, they're like, and now, Kerrigan, you will die.
Yeah!
He was just invited to she executes the shit out of her, and I was like, this is total fucking Emperor Palpatine moment. Like, oh, it was so great.
The way Kerrigan kills Minx, though, was fucking epic.
Yeah.
And I won't spoil that.
But yeah, basically Jim comes at the end, like he's electrocuting the shit out of Kerrigan with a Xel'Naga artifact. That's what that artifact
Yes,
is.
it was.
Um,
That's why when I saw it pop out of the ground, I was like, oh shit.
yeah, I know, me too. I was like, she's fucked. I thought he was gonna strip her of her power again.
Yeah,
Really, that's
you
what I
laid that line to me. You're like, I wonder if Minx is going to use the power and become the fucking King of Blades. I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, what
Dude,
if
that would've
Jim
been
Raynor
insane.
becomes a King of Blades?
Nah, that fool's attached to his humanity.
But it's crazy. There's a lot of
What if the
interesting
only way to
things.
save humanity is to become the King of Blades?
Because Queen of Blades is fucking powerful.
her-
Shit.
For her to reunite the Zerg, by the way, in this storyline, she had to go back to the original Zerg homeworld where the Zerg were created and where the Overmind was actually created. And she had to go there and basically defeat a lot of the tribes there. And all the Zerg there are actually individualized. They have a mind for their own, not like how the Zerg is right now where
Yeah,
they
they're
need,
not
they need to
psionic
control.
linked.
They're not psionic linked and they need someone to control them. The Zerg from the homeworld that evolved over time are actually all individual in their own. They form tribes and packs, but like they all have a mind of their own.
Yeah.
They live to collect essence. That's
What's his name? Dakara?
the Lectar.
Yeah, but you know. Yeah.
Dialect.
Well,
And fucking Alexei Stukov comes back. I was stoked when I saw him. I was like, no way. Character from StarCraft 1 that died, right? Like, he got fucked over, basically. But he was like a cool character. And I was like, fuck. And they don't ever like really mention like what really happened to him. And then he shows up out of nowhere in StarCraft 2 in Heart of the Swarm. You're like, fuck. And he's like, he got infested, so he's half Zerg and half human.
and
And he was like, they were experimenting on me, and I was kept as like a lab rat, and I was like,
basically
fuck, and he helps you.
when Terrans are infected with the Zerg essence or whatever, they become basically like zombies. But when he was infected, Dr. Narud
Star Trek. He's a cyborg.
He's the bog.
and Dr. Narud made it so where he was a perfect combination of Terran and Zerg.
Yeah.
And so now he's pretty powerful. Fucking got a green blast of doom and something else. What else did he do?
He did some other Sonic. Well, anyways, there was tons. Like I could see her talking about the StarCraft story forever. What was shown in Heart of the Swarm. There's tons more. If you haven't played the game and you're still really interested in it, go pick it up. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
By the way, Abathur is probably the best character in that expansion.
Oh yeah, most interesting character. Like he's like, I don't even know
He's
how to
like
explain
this
it.
slug type person who actually makes the swarm evolve. He's like, I spin essence. He talks in like haiku form.
Yeah.
3 letters, period. 3 letters, period. 6 letters, period. 3 letters, period. And you're just like, dude, can you talk without stopping all the time?
He's like one of the most weird,
He's
interesting characters.
You find out, like, I think near the beginning of the game that he was the one who actually crafted the Queen of Blades.
Yeah.
He trapped Kerrigan in the chrysalis and made her into the Queen of Blades.
Yeah.
And
He's the one who created the swarm for the Overmind.
Yes, he is. He is
Crazy.
He is the
Yes,
spinner.
It's the spinner of essence.
He is the coolest character.
Of sequence.
Sequence.
Yes.
Sequences, essence, collect biomass, evolve.
Alright. You want to move on?
Ah, it's your turn.
Let's move on because I have no idea what the fuck we're
Okay.
talking about.
Moving into a very, very controversial topic. There's a lot of things I'm going to cover here. I'm going to get through all the shit, and then we'll discuss the overall question that I want to talk about. Basically, it has to do with the whole SimCity fiasco.
Oh.
The SimCity release, if you hadn't heard, was a disaster. It was basically a reboot of the original game, but created with a lot of online features, which had lots of people concerned because the game is a single-player game, and it's been the trend of the industry lately, and they expected EA to throw some online twist DRM to it because that's just the way that everything's been going.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get in depth. Part of my question is going to be talking about DRM in specific, but I'm gonna go ahead and outline everything if you don't know what happened with SimCity. So day one release of SimCity, Error 34, basically same thing as fucking Diablo 3. Players could not connect to the servers. The servers were flooded. They were constantly crashing, overwhelmed. People were queued for 30-minute segments, would get in the game, crash, and be queued for another 30 minutes.
Hey guys.
Mind you, this is supposedly originally a single-player game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To play your single-player experience, you have to sit in a queue.
Hey guys, you bought this like really expensive game. Oh wait, you can't log in and play. Ha 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 ha.
Some other issues that developed over time. The servers were not saving players' progression. They would be playing for hours of gameplay at a time, get disconnected, come back in finally, and none of it was saved.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine the frustration. You're sitting there, you finally get in. You know, I don't know after how long you waited. You finally get in. You're playing. You're like, yeah, I finally get to play the game. Crash. Fuck. Okay. Sit through a queue again. Sit through a queue. Finally get in. Your city doesn't exist.
Dude, I would be so pissed because it takes a while for everything to build. Just
Right.
saying.
I haven't played SimCity in fucking like 10 years, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Go watch a video.
Oh yeah, because I totally love watching other people play games.
Yeah, so there was that too. And then on top of that, the servers were under so much stress that Maxis went in to try and alleviate some of the stress on the servers. They disabled the cheetah speed, which is the fastest way you could speed up the time within the game so that shit would build and you'd accumulate money faster and the city would grow without, you know, if you sat in real time, it would take you forever to play the game. You get it? You wouldn't be able to build as fast.
No, I remember, yeah.
Which sucks because cheetah speed is really the only speed you can get shit done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They disabled, which is funny because the next topic is hilarious. They disabled cheetah speed, right, to take off some of the stress on the servers. When in reality, I don't even know how relevant it was to do that. Why? Because, let's see, where's my notes? Oh, right here. They were basically caught lying about how the game actually interacted with the servers. Because originally they were saying, oh, well, the game, in an interview or something like that, the game cannot function off of client alone. There's stuff that's processed on server end and sent to the client. So people were thinking originally like, okay, that's why the DRM has to be there. Because the game is so intense. There's so many calculations going on for the simulation itself that some of them have to be done server side. Kind of makes sense, you know, in a way. Until this whole fiasco goes on, and then, you know, a modder goes in and gets it, cracks debug mode in the game, which lets you create a city offline, is able to run the full game, full simulation, disconnected from a server. And the only downside to debug mode is you're not able to save. But you're able to run the full game, minus, you know, interacting with other cities and achievements. And I mean, when you want a single player game, you don't give a shit about achievements or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Maxis was caught blatantly lying there. EA and Maxis, you know, which is tons of negative PR.
Oh yeah.
I think everyone knows it's just a cover up because they wanted to cover up the fact that, you know, they want the DRM there for anti-piracy.
Kind of piggyback on that topic, something that I read yesterday is that somebody else went into the coding and somebody else cracked the coding and somebody else found something in there that was kind of fucked up because they were like, okay, you know, everything has to run off the server, has to, you know, whatever to do. Well, kind of piggybacking on the fact that they got caught lying, here's another thing. They actually encoded something like, okay, well, you know, people are kind of smart. People are kind of smart, and they'll try to figure out a way to play this game offline, and they're going to figure it out. So what can we do to that? What can we do to stop these people from figuring out that the game could run offline? They actually encrypted the game to the point that if the game notices that it is offline for longer than 20 minutes, it will crash your game.
Yeah.
Purposefully crash your game because you're offline.
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid.
So that's another thing, too.
That's them basically saying, hey, we don't want you playing this game offline.
Right.
And we don't care, you know, your reasoning for it. And why they actually give the time limit is in case the random occurrence where you get disconnected.
Right.
It gives you time to reconnect and your game to resync to the server to save your progress and then tell the server, hey, I'm not offline anymore, so it doesn't crash your game.
Exactly.
That's so ridiculous. Like, this is part of like the tons of controversial backlash I've been getting lately. Since the game's release, gamers have been rating the game like 1 star everywhere. Anywhere that the game has a rating, it's getting horrible ratings. 1 star. The reviewers, like industry reviewers, websites, you know, networks are dropping their scores from originally pre-release. You know, they get the game to test pre-release and to do a review on. This is just the natural practice of the industry itself.
Yeah.
So they don't get to play it, during the high stress environments. Everybody played the beta that was reviewing the game. The game comes out, they see what happened. They went back and changed their scores to even lower than what it was. Like people scored it like 8.0, average scores for new games that are coming out. And then like I forgot who went back. Well, one of the major reviewers went back and scored it like a 2 because of the shit problems they were having. On top of that, it was getting so much negative feedback. Mainstream media picked it up. We're talking CNN, CNBC. We're picking up the stories and actually covering it about the SimCity release.
Dang.
Amazon.com actually pulled the game off of the website.
Shit. Wow.
Because people were rating it 1 star, and anytime something gets rated like significant,
they don't want
down rates, they pull that product from the... Yeah, so they pulled it. And I know it was down for quite a while. I don't know if it's back up on Amazon's website or not. But I actually think it's cool that Amazon's on top of that because it stops... First of all, it stops Amazon from getting backlash from people who are like, I bought this game and I can't play it right now. What the hell's going on? You know what I mean? Like, I want a refund. And Amazon doesn't have to give you the refund.
To be honest, these companies need to open their fucking eyes that if you fuck people over, we're going to catch you. And shit's going to happen to you. Look what happened to War Z.
Oh,
they're like, we have all this content. And then they start blaming the fans. Like, no, they read it wrong. But you fucking read it blatantly. It's like, yeah, you say you have all this content, but it's not in the game. What does Steam do? Pull that shit.
Yep.
Now we have a fucking major company, EA, getting pulled from Amazon, a major online store, because your product is shit on release.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The game itself is actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's agree. The way they went about the way the game operates.
Yeah.
And the whole DRM behind it. The DRM, actually I could say, the DRM itself is the downfall of the game.
Right.
The game itself, Maxis did a beautiful job in crafting the game itself. I'm not really pissed at them except for that they lied about the game being able to run offline when it can clearly be able to run offline. But they did a good job building the game. It is actually pretty cool, pretty good game.
Yeah.
The DRM, not so much. On top of all that, after a few days of troubles after troubles after troubles, they're trying to fix the servers, trying to bring up new servers. Still, like, nothing's happening. I guess recently they were able to bring up a lot more servers. They were able to stabilize the game finally. I haven't really heard so much on the state of the game yet. But EA started offering apology. They were offering apology letters and actually giving out a free game to anyone that bought SimCity from them.
What was the game?
Pre-release or on release.
Yeah.
Actually, it's quite a few you get to choose from. It was some pretty good games. You could choose from Battlefield 3, Bejeweled 3, Dead Space 3, Mass Effect 3, Medal of Honor Warfighter, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Plants vs. Zombies, and SimCity 4 Deluxe.
Wow.
So there was quite a few really recent games in there that you could have picked up for free. And that's EA saying, hey, we fucked up. Take this game and forget about it because they don't want the negative backlash. Now, most gamers know that that's just a bribe.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's them trying to redeem themselves. And also, it's a good... Actually, they kind of win off of that, too, in a way. Because a lot of those games have DLC.
Yeah.
So they're like, here, play this game. Hopefully they buy DLC. You get it?
I know for a fact, Battlefield 3, if you buy it's pretty much like... It's the same price to buy the DLC that it is to buy the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I can see where they're going to make money off that, too.
And then today... T-Day.
Today's Monday.
Which was... Actually, I was surprised. Because of all this, supposedly it's rumored because of all this, today EA's CEO officially resigned from the company.
What
and he had been CEO for 6 years. He's saying, "Oh well, it's time that the company has a fresh leadership. I've been with the company for 6 years, and it's time for that to step down." I was like, "Nah, you guys are gonna get your stock is gonna drop in the next quarter because of all this shit."
Yeah.
I'm like, and you want to bounce before that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
CEOs just don't drop like that.
I mean, hopefully they do get a new CEO and he fucking completely changes the view that people have on EA. Because
Yeah.
right now, EA has a shitty view.
Yeah, no
Other
shit.
than it, like, as in an investor's perspective, that it's a powerhouse of investing. Like, yeah, you want to invest in EA. You know, they make a shit ton of money. You know, this and that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, fucking everyone's.
They make their investors money. Let's just say that. But
it's like everyone that's worked at EA says like the worst place to fucking work, the slave labor kind of shit, the fucking locked up to your computer till you finish developing kind of.
The way that they're
bullshit.
viewed by their consumers is horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. So they needed somebody in there.
Is money worth the price of your soul, EA?
So here brings me to the overall question topic to talk about is that this has been the trend lately that everybody's moving towards DRM, digital rights management, within their games. Unfortunately, this has been the outcome, you know, more recently for a lot of titles.
Except for Project
So
Red.
how, you know, how do we deal with something like this? You know what I'm saying? As a consumer and maybe as a developer, like, how do we deal with something like this? Because I don't think it's not going away anytime soon.
The problem is that as a consumer, we don't care what they have to worry about. All we care is that the game comes out, releases fucking perfectly, and we get to play it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they have to worry about, I need to protect my shit. I need to know that no one's fucking, you know, can torrent my shit and play it without, you know, me finding out or something like that. So it's just it's a really gray area where we need to figure out how to perfect it.
But my problem is like, at what cost?
Yeah.
When DRM, you know, threatens the gamer experience, the consumer experience, if I pay for something, I expect it to work.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if I pay for a game and the game releases on this day, I expect to play it right on release and there be no issues.
Yeah.
You get it? That is what I expect as a consumer from a company providing a product.
Yeah.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
So the DRM, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? They want to protect their assets. I can level with that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't exactly agree with the always online thing, but I agree with, you know, maybe I have to authenticate really quick and then I could turn off my internet connection and I'd be fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when DRM threatens the overall game experience because they have to run everything on servers, where I have to wait in a queue to play a game, that's like ridiculous.
Even then, from the Diablo 3 launch, we learned that it was a queue system, it was authentication errors, all that other shit. So even having to check in on authentication could become an issue.
Blizzard's excuse for DRM with Diablo 3 is to protect the online auction house.
Makes sense.
That was
Yeah.
their excuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? SimCity's excuse is that, oh, well, for you to play multiplayer, we have to have the DRM.
That is the poorest
Which-
excuse for multiplayer I've ever seen in a game.
Which you don't need the multiplayer. Like, most people that play SimCity, they're trying to force feed people the idea of playing SimCity in multiplayer. They're saying, well, we built the game, you know, more towards multiplayer experience.
You know
Which
how-
is stupid. Why would you even do that? Like, the game was... There's been how many iterations of the game already? At least 6.
Yeah.
Because there's SimCity all the way up to 4, and then there was some other off branches. There's at least 6 iterations of the game, and it's been single player ever since.
Yeah.
Why make the jump now? You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. Like I said, this shit poor excuse for multiplayer because all you can do is, oh, I guess I can float over your city and watch what you're doing, but I can't interact with you at all unless you need money or power or something. Like, literally, you can build a power station in your town, and it'll funnel over there if they actually need something, and that's the only interaction you get.
Yeah.
Only if they need help.
But, I mean, that kind of opens doors to a bartering system somewhat. Like, hey, you need power. I have a shit ton of it. I need money. Let's do this.
But
But it's
Theoretically,
still not...
you could do it with yourself if you just create another city. You know what I mean? You don't need someone else there.
That's
I don't
true.
understand.
it's
But
true.
see, then you're taking out of your own resources to build that new city.
Yeah.
But why...
Okay.
Well,
why...
resources are
I mean, I get it. It's not that big of a deal, but still, you see what I'm saying? Like, you're taking their money now that they have a shit ton of it to give them your resources.
But my
that
thing
you don't
is,
really
like,
need.
what does it matter if it's the other city is your friend or if the other city is you? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter at all.
Because you don't have to waste your time on another city.
It doesn't matter anyways. Like, okay, I can see. Actually,
You know?
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that only because the cities don't run themselves if you're not actually viewing the city. So the time doesn't, nothing happens when you're not in the game or you're not viewing your city that you're currently viewing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everything else is on, like, a frozen state.
So
I guess if you really wanted that
but it's not a big
extra
deal.
resource interaction or whatever, like I don't know. People didn't have a problem in the single player experience. I don't see why it's needs to be a problem now with multiplayer. Like, oh, worst release I think to date for any game.
Yeah.
Worst release. I think if people didn't hate EA before this, they certainly have a feeling change about them now.
Oh EA, when will you learn?
Especially, I think they hit the 1 million copies mark
Yeah.
for the game. I think it was 1 million. 1.1
Really?
million, 1 million.
And they're still doing poorly? Fuck, they really do not
So
care.
they got, I'm pretty sure they got at least half that million really hating on them.
Yeah. There's that one fucking hardcore fan. It's okay, I can deal with this.
I know.
Well, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people that bought the game not knowing that it was an online only game.
I didn't know. I didn't know until this issue started coming out.
Yeah.
That's why I like Project Red Studios. They're the people who made The Witcher, and all of their games are DRM free.
Yes.
I love
Support
those
the non-DRM developers because
people. They make good games.
they are looking out for you,
Mm-hmm.
not like your corporate developers.
If you're looking forward to Cyberpunk 2027,
2077
2077,
or 2027.
I don't remember.
One of those. Okay.
It's going to be good because it's made by the same studios. And Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt's coming out. Oh my god! I'm happy.
Jizzed in his pants.
I totally
I
did.
jizzed in my pants.
I need new boxers.
So yeah, that was my topic. It's a very, very controversial one.
Yeah.
Basically,
One to take-
what you said in there was SimCity's good, fuck EA.
But take it with a grain of salt. I mean, like, everybody that's listening to this, if you're a gamer, you more likely know these issues already.
It's
And
frustrating.
it's a never-ending battle the consumer is going to have with the developers
Yeah.
and the publisher. Actually, more the publishers than the developers. It's not the developer that makes this, the publisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting real tired of shit, EA.
Well,
So-
even Steam had an issue like that. When Steam first came out, playing everything on offline mode was fucking difficult as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, they had a reliable
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
How often did you ever try to launch a game on Steam and it was like, you're in a queue to launch your game, or you can't play your game right now, the
Bro,
servers are down? Like,
All the time. In Counter-Strike, when I tried to get into full servers.
okay. But I mean, like, it didn't queue you like to get into Counter-Strike.
No. There were some servers on Source that they would queue you. So you would like click and then it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
next available spot you'll get connected to.
But with Counter-Strike, they're not. The servers aren't hosted by Valve.
Yeah.
They're independently
I know.
hosted.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
So blame the people who own those servers.
I guess we'll
There's a lot of shit.
getting close to wrap
out there, man.
everything up right now. We'll go through some game releases and then we'll call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
The
So,
day is-
Some recent games that are going to be releasing. This is for consoles and PC, depending on the game itself. We have first, March 19th, we have Gears of War Judgment. That's going to be for
tomorrow.
Xbox only, right?
Xboxer Uri.
Oh, boy.
Fucking the Gears of War fans are fucking jizzing in their pants right now.
No, they have some hardcore fans.
They do, man. It's crazy how hardcore their fans are for a game that, I mean, everyone knows it's big, but then like you look at their fan base and they're like fucking die hard Gear fans, which I could see why. The story is fucking amazing.
Well, Gears of War is an MLG, right? Do they still compete MLG?
I guess. I don't know. Like, I wasn't really into the MLG scene with Gears of War 2 because it was like, you turn a corner, you got shotgun blast, you're dead.
Yeah, that's the way it was with Gears of War. Fucking
Yeah.
tumble shotgun. Like,
Or some dude will run up to you with a fucking chainsaw and you're fucked. Oh, I'm trying to fight for my eye. Because, you know.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Gears of War Judgment, March 19th.
Tomorrow.
Xbox. Pick it up if you're into it. March 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Bioshock Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Releasing on all platforms.
Mm-hmm. About
Yes.
fucking time.
I want that game.
God.
so
God, I have a
bad.
computer that could run it. Oh, I'm so happy.
I don't have a computer that can run it. It can barely run for, Far Cry 3. How's it going to run this game? It looks amazing.
Yeah, the game.
Did you
looks
see
so
that
awesome.
the cinematic that was released? It was like a cinematic.
I didn't watch the... Are you talking about the one where Songbird takes away the chick?
I think, but they were fighting like a Big Daddy.
Oh, those guys,
mustache.
they're not Big Daddies. I don't remember what they're called. They're automatons. They're
Yeah.
they're half human, half robot.
Yeah,
and,
that thing. Yeah.
They're called bruisers or something
Where it
like that.
shot through its heart at the end, and it was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, it gives you an open stereotype of what America was like back then, I guess you would say. Because
Back then?
Steampunk America?
it's still
that
there.
actually existed?
No, well, okay, see, this is during 1910, 20s or whatever, and America's in like that golden age or some shit, and they're like, well, we want to prove to the rest of the world why we're better. So they built this city.
Buy your hair growth cream right here.
They
99% of the time, it works 10% of the time.
They built that floating city, which is in Bioshock Infinite, and they're like, okay, fly to other countries and show them how superior we are. And they were like, fuck you, we're superior than you all. And they just kind of drifted away. And that's a story, because you're basically a CIA agent who's like, we lost a floating city. Can you go find it for us? Okay. And
So
then-
yeah,
I
Bioshock.
think my favorite part of the Bioshock cinematics so far that I've seen, like gameplay wise, is that lady sweeping the fucking store that's like on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
It's like
Yeah,
on fire, and
yeah.
she's still just like, yeah, it's kind of dirty in here.
That's when the city starts breaking down. That's like it's kind of interesting because when you first get there, they showed a beginning intro for the game, and when you first get there, the city's fine, absolutely fine. And then you find out that there's a political war going on between two candidates who are trying to vie for power in the city, and it all depends on this girl that randomly comes. You find her randomly, and then civil war breaks out in the city, and that's when shit starts going down. It looks crazy. It looks
Funny thing about Bioshock, there was this girl, right? She posted a picture of Bioshock, but like Mickey Mouse style, like Walt Disney kind of animation style, right? It looked pretty cool. And I post, she's like, OMG, gamer chick, you know, Bioshock. And I was all like, I typed in, would you kindly? And if anyone's played Bioshock 1, everyone knows what Would You Kindly is. And if you haven't, I'm not even going to spoil it. So you can fucking play the game. And I was like, would you kindly? And she's like, would I kindly what? And I was like, do you know what I'm talking about? Or she's like, no, I have no idea. And I'm like,
Lies! Fucking
how
lies!
can you say you're a gamer chick? How can you post something about Bioshock and have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about?
No, there's two differences. There's gamer chick, which is the one that's chewing on the cord
And
in
there's
her
gamer.
underwear, and then there's a girl who games.
Girl gamer, yeah.
And
Fucking
she's the
piss
one
me
on
off.
Zelda raging like, son of a bitch! And someone in the
Because
background's
see,
like,
here's the thing. I don't expect to like a true gamer girl. Like I don't expect to be kind of like, hey, would you kindly? She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, you're not a true gamer. No, because you might not play Bioshock. But when you're posting shit about Bioshock and being like, oh, gamer chick, haha, and I fucking quote one of the biggest lines in the fucking game, and you're like, huh? You're like,
It's the same people that will call Link Zelda.
or oh, dude.
Oh, God. The same type of people you're like, oh my god, a big face palm, I want to punch something.
Oh my.
your face, my hand now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who, but you know that sticker I won at the Barcraft.
Yeah.
Someone saw it and they was like, "Is this from Zelda?" And I was like,
Are you serious?
yeah, I just facepalmed it. I was like, "Please get out of my
You
room."
fucking Xbox kids. Oh god.
Or fucking, haha, gamer chick, fucking Call of Duty, bitch, you're fucking like 4 and 12. You're not a gamer chick. You're fucking trash. Anyways.
Really good friends with Owen.
Huh?
Ooh.
Owen 10.
I like that one. I'm gonna use that.
I'm gonna say that on fucking TF2 now.
And I know our buddy Jamin's probably listened to this, so he knows where that's from.
Yeah.
We used to say it in our Counter-Strike team all the time. You're really good friends with Owen over there.
Who? Ooh, 10.
Oh, that's great.
Buzzing!
Moving on. Moving on. March 31st. Metro Last Light.
Oh my god.
Everybody's excited
I'm
for that.
so
You're a fan
excited
of
for
the
this game.
Metro series.
I have one and I haven't even played it.
Dude, you need to.
You have a Metro
It's
boner?
such-
No, I have a Metro game. I've never played Metro.
Well, they only have one. Metro
Okay.
2033.
Okay, I have that game.
Dude, you need to play
That
it.
one.
It's so good. It's so
I started downloading it and I was like, no, I don't really want to play this.
Dude,
Maybe I should
I was on the wall at first, and then I watched some
You know
game.
what? I'm sorry. You know what game I've been constantly trying to download and then I took myself out of it? Fallout. I'll start downloading it and I'm like,
League of Legends.
Wait, which one? New Vegas?
No, just the regular Fallout. The first Fallout. I haven't even played it.
It's okay.
How you gonna fucking say?
Well, Fallout 3?
No, I'm done. I don't want it. I'm done.
No, it was a really good game.
Fallout 3?
Yeah.
Or Fallout?
Fallout 3.
Oh, yeah, it was a good game.
Because why would you say Fallout New Vegas? Because, like, I mean, at that point, you're kind of... Whatever, man. We're done. I don't want to. We're done.
We're done.
Iterate.
No, we're done. No, we're done.
We're done. Moving on. And our final
I heard New
game.
Vegas is really good. Though.
What?
I heard New Vegas is really good.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Final thing, we're actually going to be... We cover this on our other podcast called Defiance Cast. But we'll probably we'll cover a little bit of the game when it actually releases on this podcast as well. That is going to be Defiance on April 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The game
girl.
Defiance, if you don't know about it already, it's a game developed by Tryon Worlds, MMO third-person shooter, and it's going to tie into the Defiance universe, but it's actually a TV series on Sci-Fi as well.
Yeah.
That TV series is going to release April 12th, 18th.
Hey guys,
something
you
like
can play your video game and watch TV at the same time, and they interact, and it's amazing.
Calm down, John.
that. The game intertwines with the TV show and vice versa. We've all played the beta, so
Yeah. You should buy this game. You should really buy this game.
Yeah, I think it's good.
honestly, it's going to be the first MMO
Shooter.
shooter experience to come to consoles because it's
Yeah.
actually going to be on PlayStation 3 and Xbox as well.
Yeah.
As well as PC Master Race. Yes.
That's some Nazi ass shit.
That was some Nazi ass shit that just went down
You
there.
just called us the Master Race.
Yeah, it's PC Master Race.
I fucking know that.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
Yeah. You know what's cool?
Disassembles
You know what I actually enjoy now is that like all these like Xbox gamers are now realizing that PC is the way to go because every Xbox gamer I've ever talked to is like, yeah, no, I've been wanting to build my own rig because I'm like, shut up. You wouldn't even know where to start. Just shut the fuck up. I've been playing PC for the last 10 years now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna say I've been playing PC since I was a kid. I mean, if you count like Oregon Trail and Jeopardy, I'm like, fuck.
No shit.
You know, whatever. But I've been playing for the last 10 years, you know, and like, I still needed help building my PC.
Yeah.
And these guys, I've been looking into it. I've been playing. Just shut up. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. It's fucking, I don't play Call of Duty on PC. Hey, shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
You see that box above your TV? Go back to it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. They don't bring
Wait.
Madden to PC.
What?
Like,
They did one year. I remember. I forgot where.
No, we
I
get
played.
FIFA on PC.
No, I played Madden a long time ago on PC one time. It might have been a port over or something, but I was like, this is not good.
right.
This is not good
I think
at
the
all.
only fucking sports games that come over to PC are racing
Yeah.
games.
Leave the sports games for the consoles.
Well, I don't give a fuck, dude. I have my Xbox remote fucking
Oh yeah.
my adapter, so
Yeah.
fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'll play it on there too.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, I played it on Arkham City.
Way better.
Yeah.
Because so many combos that you have to do, like you have to button mash so much, and it's like you already have WAS to move in your mouse, and then you got to fucking button mash with everything else. It's
Yeah.
fucking hard, dude. So I just hooked up my fucking remote, or I have my wireless adapter now, and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, take you, son of a bitch.
Nice. Because it's easier to bring a controller to your forehead than a keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Well, no, bro, it's because you gotta.
So you can face palm.
I'm assuming you've never played Batman before. Then there's a lot of like timing and fucking.
Yeah.
It's not just straight button mashing, dude. It's like
For counters and shit like
yeah,
that.
it's fucking.
If you don't counter, they actually do kick your ass.
Yeah, if you haven't played Arkham City or Arkham Asylum, get that shit today and fucking do yourself a favor. Play that fucking game. It's so good.
I need
So, yeah.
that still.
Defiance. April 2nd.
Yes.
Oh.
Anything you guys want to add before we wrap this up, gentlemen?
Oh.
Well, then that concludes.
What the fuck was
I don't
that?
know what the fuck. That concludes this episode of the Digital Roundtable podcast. We actually have. Are we getting close on 10 episodes now? I think this is our 8th episode, right?
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
Kitties.
keep track.
Getting
Get
up there,
away from
man.
it.
Okay.
Getting up there. Maybe on our 10th episode, we'll do like some sort of giveaway.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'm kind of broke.
See how the
Yeah,
funds are
same.
when we get there. But yeah.
Remember.
Guys, thanks for listening to our podcast. We really appreciate it. If you want to give us some input or just telling us we're doing a good job, whatever, leave a comment on the video or send us a direct message on YouTube. Also, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe to our other channels. Not channels. Our Facebook, Twitter. It's twitter.com at TDRcast. Yeah. And then
the Digital Roundtable.
The Digital Roundtable.
Just look for
on
us
Facebook.
And Google Plus. Just kidding. Ha!
Just kidding.
Who the fuck uses that anymore? I don't know why you're laughing because I know you do.
What? I don't. Well, once in a while. Once in a while, I skip through there. Only because
You're the one that got everyone in the beta.
I remember that shit, dude.
I use it for a different reason. When I want to look up like tech news stuff, I find Google Plus. Like I can find shit tons of stuff on there because of the people I've added.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Google industry people added.
I remember when he got us into the beta, I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever fucking touched in my life.
I thought it was going to be a really good network, but it's just a lot of people didn't buy into it.
Nope.
Well, anyways, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe if you like the content. If you don't, thumbs it down, but please thumbs it up.
Why would you even give them the choice?
It's their choice.
Well, don't fucking tell them. What the hell?
Look it, we're nice guys.
You're a robot on YouTube. Click up. Good. Go.
Ooh, I just got lightheaded. Ooh. You know why?
Is that a poop?
No, it's not a poopy. I wish it was a poopy. I haven't pooped right in like 2 weeks, by the way.
Oh. This is going nowhere.
Yeah,
dude.
this is no...
I think we might... maybe a little giveaway. We'll do a little giveaway by the end of this week.
Maybe.
Little giveaway. We'll talk about it when
we'll talk
goes out.
Talk about it when it gets there.
Stay tuned. Make sure you like all that good stuff. Subscribe. Share the video.
Yes.
And
thanks for your support too.
Yes, thank you.
And
guys
as
so
always,
much.
buy chocolate milk.
And go ahead and wrap us out, Fabian.
This has been the Digital Roundtable, where you always have a seat.
Goodbye.